Hey folks, how's it going? This is Seagull here, back with another mod overview for The Sims 4, and I'm pretty darn excited about this one, because within the span of 24 hours, both custom spells and custom familiars have become possible. So R3M made custom spells possible, and Mal22 made custom familiars possible. So we're gonna go over both of those in this video. And yeah, my spellcaster Onyx is looking over at the fireplace because there's something interesting here. You may not recognize this one because this is the sample that you can get from Mal22's page. So, Familiar Orb of the Red Fairy. Let's bind this one. So it does work just like the other familiars in the game. And this one even does have a modified description here where it says very little is known about red fairies. Whispers may be heard in Glimmerbrook about children who venture too deep into the surrounding forest, cursed by its fey inhabitants and transformed into a small crimson-winged entity. And sure, we'll leave fey as the name, and then we shall summon fey. Let's go into magic, familiars, and summon familiar. And, okay, she's gonna go into her cauldron room to do this. But, alright, yeah. Summon you, and boom, there we go. So this one is a pretty simple one, just to show off that this is in fact possible, because it is basically a recolor of the blue fairy one that looks pretty similar to Navi from The Legend of Zelda, but does open up the door to some pretty exciting possibilities here. If I had the time to do it myself, I would definitely do a modified version of the crow to look similar to a seagull, maybe even like Mimiko, my channel mascot, because I think that would be pretty hilarious to have a seagull familiar. But one unfortunate drawback with this that I've noticed is that some of you may already have the familiar interactions mod by, I believe it's Sims Model Simmer, because when you click on this one, there's just dismiss familiar and rename familiar, whereas if you still like just summon the other familiars that are already in the game, then you'll still have the interactions with the mod. So at least the mod doesn't stop working completely, but yeah, just to summon the glow frog, then I will have the familiar interaction. So I'll link that mod in the video description below in case you don't already have it, but I do recommend it. Just a nice, cute little thing to add a bit more substance to the familiars. Alright, just gonna make a quick edit here because I forgot to mention that if you easily want to get this new familiar without having to wait for the shops to hopefully have it in stock, you can go into build mode, and if you activate testing cheats true as well as bb.show hidden objects, then you'll actually be able to unlock many of the hidden items in Realm of Magic as well as a new familiar. So if you filter by custom content and debug, then you will find it pretty quickly. But now I will talk about custom spells. So R3M made this possible, and so far he's just uploaded one that allows you to change the weather if you have seasons. I feel like that should have already been in the Realm of Magic game pack to begin with. I was shocked that there's no cross-pack spells. And also, I'm more annoyed by it than I probably should be that when you look in the spell book, when you count the potions as part of the total, there's only 39, not an even 40, so it's like, it's just one of those things that makes me think that they just ran out of time to make Realm of Magic. We're just like, okay, we gotta get this out of the door now so we can sweep Mosquito stuff under the rug. I don't know, because those two packs came out so close together. But yeah, now when we go under Practical Magic, you can see there's 10 instead of 9, because we got Climatio, where we can change the weather to your liking. And what is really interesting about this spell too is that there's some different abilities with the spell depending on your rank. So to learn the Climatio spell, you learn it the same way as you would with any other spell, where since it is under the School of Practical Magic, you can learn it from the Practical Sage if you want to, And there is also the possibility of the tome popping up in the shops, and you can also practice practical magic with the self interaction, and that's another way to learn it. So I did actually learn it from Simon. I got pretty lucky on the first try. Onyx ended up learning it. So yeah, go to spells, Climadio, and we got Advanced Season, and it's spring right now, so that's why that one is grayed out. And then we can change the current weather. So this is the first one that you'll have, because this one's available at Neophyte. And then when you're at Adept, then you can change the seasonal forecast. And then once you're at the Virtuoso rank, then you can advance the season. Sounds pretty reasonable to me that it would take a little bit more experience to advance a whole season in comparison to just changing the current weather. So right now, let's just change the current weather. And it is clear skies right now, so let's change it to... Let's change it to I can't decide. Let's change it to Blizzard. We'll take it right back to winter, since I just went through winter recently on one of my live streams where I was playing with this household. And I actually haven't had this spell fail on me yet. I'm not sure if it can, but there we go. You can see that, in fact, it is working. We got some pretty heavy snow going on. Losing the visibility here. Alright, so then let's see about changing the seasonal forecast here. So let's bring up the calendar. So, yeah, it was supposed to be sunny, and that's not happening anymore. And then it's going to be partly cloudy, and then rainy, and then a bunch of rain, and then more sun. So, let's change this up here. Magic, spells, Climadio, change spring forecast. Let's make it... already wet for the most part. So what would happen if we make it dry? Let's try that out. Okay. And okay, yeah, it's definitely getting more intense out here. Okay, it has changed it. So now there's a lot of cloudy weather and a lot of partly cloudy and a little bit of sun here as well. Okay, that's pretty cool. Wow. I didn't even think of that when I was thinking about how I wanted a spell that could change the weather. But, okay, so now let's advance the season. We're just really messing with Mother Nature here. If she was like an actual being in The Sims, I imagine she would be pretty angry with us at the moment. But let's advance season to fall, I guess, because I like how Glimmerbrook looks in the fall. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep this zoomed out right now so you can kind of see the effect of it. Okay, yeah. Some heavy snow. And boom! Yep. Now it's fall. I wonder if the snow is still going to stick around. Oh, nope. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, now it's calming down and now you got the cloudy weather. Okay. Ooh, yeah, she's got a bit of charge going on right now. I don't want to risk overloading her. But I was just thinking, you might be curious as to what would happen if I use some of these weather-changing spells in the Magic Realm, since it's basically the same weather all the time, where it's warm and partly cloudy. So let's head over there right now using our Glimmerstone. Let's travel... Oh, that's weird. We can't actually... Huh. I didn't use it that recently. I'm not sure why I can't do it, but okay. I guess I'll just travel the normal way. Alright, so we are in the Magic Realm now, and I did check the download page again. It is possible to fail to cast this spell, and it can cause some random weather outcomes if that does happen. But, alright, without further ado, let's try this out here. Spells, Climadio. let's change the current weather to thunderstorm. Make the weather real crazy. And okay. And unfortunately, when you do change the weather, it kind of gets rid of the really cool looking skybox. But there you go, if you ever wondered what heavy rain and thunderstorms look like in the Magic Realm, that's it. So it looks like you still kind of have a little bit of an effect coming from the sun, but oh boy. I've seen this in rain, but not in a full-on thunderstorm. Okay. Well, at least we don't lose the cool sounds coming from the Magic Realm. Oh boy, the wind's picking up even more. But that's pretty much it. So, both these mods, they kind of work as a base. So you do need the mods installed if people make even more spells and familiars. And with the injector mod that makes custom spells possible, you don't need to download the documentation one, but you do need to download the other one that's like the main base mod. And they do install the same way as any other mod, though with the spell injector one, there is a test debug spell. You don't need to install that one. I actually didn't even install that one at all, but that's just an extra one that's in there in case you just really want to make sure that custom spells are working in your game. But we already got the Clamadio spell, which also is made by R3M. But yeah, I will leave all the download links in the video description below. Whoa, these Sims are brave for dueling in a thunderstorm. But let me know how excited you are for the future of custom spell and familiar mods. And be sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with my latest content from The Sims, Sonic the Hedgehog, and more. So I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching, and oh, actually I should have mentioned too that you can get rid of the thunderstorm and just restore it to how it looks normally. So if you just go to clear skies, Onyx should be able to fix this whole situation. And okay, I'll just put this on speed 3 here just so that it does the full transition back. And there we go. We got the cool skybox again. And yeah, it says it's sunny right now, but it should go back to partly cloudy eventually. Or maybe it won't. Maybe it'll just do that the next day. Yeah, it's still supposed to be mystical clouds the next day. But yeah, at the very least, you'll still have the skybox and everything. So I don't think there's really much of a difference in this case between the sun, like clear skies, and partly cloudy as it usually is.